Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to Six in the City. We got a full show, a lot of things going on still in this community.
I know we do. It's busy.
It's pretty amazing diversity of events and people we got with us. So where do we start?
Well, first we're going to talk with Danny Crosett and Sarah Yarbrough. Sarah is with the Carl Perkins Center for Prevention of Child Abuse, and Danny is representing the Run AJM Jackson Andrew Jackson Marathon, because they're going to talk about one of your favorite topics, and that's running.
Marathon.
Yeah, that's right. The marathon, half marathon is right around the corner, so they're going to tell us a little bit about that. And then Sean Powers is here. He is with RIFA, Regional Interfaith Association. We're going to find out what's going on at RIFA. I know they've got a new warehouse going up out there, getting into the works for construction. There's a lot of stuff going on. And then Lizzie Emmons is here with the Jackson Arts Council, because they have an event coming up May the 10th. It's the Arts Backstage. And if you haven't been, you really should go. So tune in to hear Lizzie talk about that. David Hicks is here. He's the executive director of the American Red Cross, because there's a Heroes Luncheon coming up Wednesday, April the 27th. Cynthia Bond Hobson is here. She's a noted author and cultural historian with Haywood County. They are having an event called Haywood County Women Speak. It's the theme is My Stories, Lessons in Legacy. And then Elizabeth Stokes with the Jackson Symphony is here, because we're going to talk about their April 2nd promotion that's coming up for a concert. And then our entertainment is who, Steve?
Yes, Ken Mallard is with us, a great songwriter, bluegrass musician for a long time. And then we got friends with him, Tyler Good, some other folks. So it's going to be Ken Mallard and friends coming up, and that's a great lineup. So we're going to be right back with all that. Stay where you are, because this is Six in the City.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after a sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensaver for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
It's coming up April the 2nd. It's the 50th anniversary of the Andrew Jackson Marathon, as we celebrate our bicentennial. And it was started to celebrate our city's sesquicentennial. And so here we are 50 years later, and we got Danny Crosset with us and Sarah Yarbrough. They're here for different reasons, but they're both involved with this run. And Fuller, it's an interesting thing. I take it that this was set up to be a part of it was set up to be part of the sesquicentennial, and for some reason they just kept doing it. It must have worked.
It did work. It did work, because 50 years later, here we are. We're still doing it.
Boston Marathon qualifier. I mean, this is a big deal. We're going to have people coming in from, well, I talked to Sarah this morning. She said we got people coming from Scotland to be in this race.
Yeah, not just all over the United States.
Want to participate in this 50th anniversary. So it's a big deal.
All over the world. So we're excited about that. I'm excited to have those people come to our beautiful city of Jackson.
So Danny, what we need to know about this race?
Well, you need to know that it's going to be starting at 7 o'clock that morning, and everyone can come out and support it and cheer the people on. Right now, we need help. We need volunteers to help with the road guards. So when the runners are at the intersections, they can run on through and the cars won't run over them. That's the biggest need that we have right now. But and it'll be going, people will be finishing about 1 o'clock. Some of them will be, some will finish a lot earlier. And we're going to run it, and all the money is going to go to the Carl Perkins Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse. So
And if I volunteer, can I work a shift or something, or do I need to commit from 6 in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
We'll take you can do a shift, and we'll take anything we can get at this point, Steve. So if you'll come out for an hour, we'll be glad to have you.
Okay. How do we sign up to volunteer?
On the website, it's Run AJM, and the website, and there's a little spot there called volunteer. Click on that and can fix you right up when they put you on the list, and we'll be waiting for you that day.
Well, this is a big thing for the city, and once again, to showcase the city, people all over the world, we really need to step out. Now, Fuller, you're involved in the organization. Why is this, because you and Danny run, why has this worked?
I think it's just Jackson has a large running community, and I think it's just the nature of the run, too, that it's a local race, 3, that it's Tennessee's oldest marathon, and there's a lot of factors that draw people to it, I think, and 2, us runners, we kind of cave to peer pressure. So if our friends are running it and they're like, we signed up, did you? Then it's like, okay, yeah, I guess I better sign up.
Of course, one of the reasons this is done now is that money goes to the Exchange Club Carl Perkins Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse. That's where Sarah gets involved with us.
That's right.
So Sarah, it's a special thing for the center.
It is. This is such a great fundraiser and such a great way to bring more attention to the Carl Perkins Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse and all the services and resources that we offer. One thing I really love is the Very Best Friends thing that we do, because all the runners will bring teddy bears down, and we'll set them down towards the finish line, and those teddy bears will go to the kids and the children that utilize our resources in our center, and they can take those bears with them as they're going through tough times, and it gives them a little bit of comfort in the sad situations that they're in.
Okay. Now, Danny, one thing I understand is that the runners, you'd like for people to be along the route. If you can volunteer, but if you just want to set out, because I think Sarah said that means something to the runners to have people cheering them on.
It means a lot, because when you're running and you're running out of gas, you need a little enthusiasm around you somewhere to give you a little boost, and it really helps a lot. And with people coming in from Scotland and 17 different states, this is a showcase for Jackson. So we want everybody to be proud of the runners that made the trip and came in here.
That's right, because the route actually starts downtown at the farmers market, and then you kind of go around in areas downtown. You go by the University of Memphis Lambeth Arboretum, you go by the medical center area, then you go all the way down you're not on the interstate, but you get parallel with the interstate, so you're going from down Midtown all the way north and all the way back. So you're going through a lot of neighborhoods, and we
people can set out then.
Yeah. So if if we're running by your neighborhood, set out in your driveway, sit there and drink a cup of coffee and wave at the runners as they go by. They'll be
runajm.com. Will that have the route as well?
Yes, it does have the route.
Okay,
it does have the route. And you can, when you go to volunteer, you can actually sign up for whatever place that you want to volunteer in. So you have your choice.
Well, Sarah, it's good to have you with us, and appreciate Sarah's just started working with the Child Abuse Center within the last few months. It's good to have you on with us. And Danny, he's been discussingly part of our show as long as we've been doing this show.
Yeah.
He's run through our life right here for years and years and years now. It's good to see you both.
It's good to have you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
April the 2nd is the day. Runajm.com. We're back with more as we continue. Six in the City.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to EPlus broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. EPlus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
That's my neighbor, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake.
Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Yes, Chester County.
Welcome back to Six in the Cities. We continue to discuss. Sean Powers is with us.
That's right.
Hey, Sean, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you guys?
We're doing fine.
We're good.
Sean's with the Regional
Good.
Interfaith Association. We got a lot of great organizations coming on this show today, and a lot of great things are happening out there. But RIFA's in the midst of a building program here. So
Yes,
Now,
yes,
Sam,
we
tell us
are.
what's
We've
going
been,
on there.
yeah. So if you've been driven by RIFA lately, maybe you've seen some construction trucks coming and going back behind our property, and just want to fill you guys in and let you know what's going on. We are adding on to the back of our building, and RIFA is growing, and we're excited about it. And so thanks for letting us have a couple of minutes to tell you about that.
So what is being built there?
So we are in phase one, soon to be in phase two of a construction project. Phase one is immediately behind our property. We're adding, or maybe technically we have added, a 9,000 square foot warehouse behind our building. And I would say we have added, not quite yet. We're waiting on a garage door. So we have a fully functional building minus a garage door, which should
So
be
will that
installed.
just add warehouse space, or is that going to change the presentation of RIFA or services of RIFA? What's going to happen there?
Yeah, so the 9,000 square foot warehouse will give us more capacity to store and house more food. And to really simply said, RIFA tries to get as much food and then give away as much food as fast as possible. Prior to this, RIFA had pretty much maxed out our current facility, and we needed some more space. So this 9,000 square foot warehouse will give us more capacity, a larger walk-in cooler, larger walk-in freezer, more pallet rack space, more space for volunteers to come to assemble bags and boxes, so we can continue to fight hunger here in Jackson.
Will it enable people eventually then to kind of facilitate their own, I say shopping or whatever, to pick up things that they need without
That's a
having
great-
to assemble everything?
That's a great question. In phase two of this project, which started the first of this week, we're adding a choice food pantry.
Okay.
A choice food pantry, which is a great idea. The model in fighting hunger is changing. It used to be that if someone was in need of food, you thought that you knew what they needed and would give them what you thought they needed. And now you can imagine if a family received food and maybe it was all green beans and corn, and they get home and then they realize that, hey, my kids don't eat green beans. So what could have been a nice gesture to help the family was just not very meaningful. So a choice food pantry is great. It allows families or individuals to go, and much like a grocery store, to go and pick out the items they need themselves.
Okay, it enhances the dignity for the recipients as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And Fuller, I know, is involved with construction and planning work on that's underway. Fuller already?
It is well underway, well underway. Construction will be upon us quick. The build out is September the 27th. Go ahead and put that on your calendar. September 27th will be the build out date for construction. I'll still send you an email.
I know.
The awards dinner will be 2 days later, September the 29th. So you will be hearing more from RIFA about construction. Hope to have many teams and sponsors, and just getting all that ready to get that amped up and ready to go.
I know Cassandra's been involved with our team ever since JA's had one every year. And so how soon does that, Cassandra, you already doing planning on that, or people doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we haven't started yet, but we will start within the next month or so.
I mean,
So we'll-
almost as soon as it wraps up, people start sharing
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah.
That's true.
Pretty
That's
much.
been an amazing success.
Pretty much so. And then Sean, you guys just finished your second warehouse sale. Is that right?
Yes. We started having warehouse sales. We had a lot of stuff, and it does us no good. It does the community no good to kind of keep this in the back of the warehouse. So we started opening up the warehouse. so we can get more stuff, more couches, more chairs, more clothing out the door to people who need it and to people who just like the thrift shop.
And you still do the thrift shop auction, right? It's online, right?
Yeah, Ellen Bennett does a great job with the Rifa auction group. She has about 30 or 40 items every other week, and that's a great group to be part of. If you
just go to rifajackson.org, or are they listed there?
Yeah, you can go to our Facebook page. We probably have a link on there. It's a special Rifa thrift store auction group. And she does a great job with that. I've heard a lot of people say they join the group just to read the descriptions.
Sean, it's always good to see you. Appreciate the work that Rifa does.
Good to see you guys. I appreciate the time.
Give to that snack backpack that's underway till school gets out. It's good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
We're going to go to the main stage and we welcome Ken Mallard and friends.
So I dedicate this to the memory of my buddy John Hodges. Saturday night, down at the dance, country music and romance. Pretty girls are there, cowboy boots and hair. The stage is set to take a chance, and the guitar man keeps on picking. Steady as a good watch, still ticking. Music turns my head. I like what John said. I'm just sitting here picking. Sometimes I don't know what to do. Then somebody says it's up to you. You can buy a pickup truck, it'll bring you luck. So I bought a Ram in Kentucky blue, and the guitar man keeps on picking. Steady as a gold watch, still ticking. Music turns my head. I like what John said. I'm just sitting here picking. Today I took my place in the band, looking out at couples hand in hand. They said, "Ken, take a break." I came in a little too late. Then I heard hee-haw from a fan, and the guitar man keeps on picking. Steady as a Timex, still ticking. Music turns my head. I like what John said. I'm just sitting here picking. Yeah, music turns my head. I like what John Hodges said. I'm just sitting here picking.
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
I I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center. Our clinic is unique because it offers oral surgery suites, general dentistry suites, as well as a fully run operating room. EPlus Broadband has never let me down. The reps that actually gave me their personal phone numbers, they definitely were compassionate. They knew that some of the technical terms they were using I couldn't understand, and they broke them down to me, and I thought this went a long way. Thank you, EPlus Broadband.
Jackson Arts Council is Lizzie Emmons. How are you this morning?
Hey, I'm great, Steve. How are you?
Doing fine. Lizzie's relatively new to this job. She hit the ground running. She walked in with $150,000 in her pocket.
If it was only that easy.
and they said, well, welcome. Here's your desk. You know? So you're moved into your new headquarters now. You're in the lower level of what was the city hall at one time.
Yes, yeah.
I guess kind of the arts building. Now that you're there, it's the arts building. Or the extension of the NED or the art gallery or whatever.
Yep, the art galleries and that window behind me, but we're in the old city hall side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
we're downstairs on the first floor, the basement. I've been told that this used to be the jail.
It was this police department in jail, yes, downstairs.
Yeah.
Not that I knew anything about that.
Yeah. You didn't.
Sure.
That's
But
what
it
I've
looks
always
all,
heard.
you've got it all nice and painted and everybody's moved in. So getting comfortable in your new digs.
Yeah, we're all set.
Lizzie, one thing I know we got a special video I want to talk about, but you are accepting applications for grants and you administer grants to artists and organizations and whatever. And so,
Yep. So
what all is underway? And are there deadlines coming up for this or windows of opportunity out here?
A big thing that the Jackson Arts Council does is provide grants to our arts groups. So our JAC grants are open right now, open to nonprofit and institutions of education. Those are open right now. And our NEA grants, 150,000 you were mentioning, those are open too. And those are actually open also to individual artists. So not just arts groups, but for individual artists. So all the details of those can be found on our website. Deadline for JAC grants is April 29th and deadline for NEA grants is May 15th. So we have a little while, but just be aware that there's money out there for arts groups and
so those windows are open. And what is your web address?
Yeah, what's the website?
We have a new website at 731arts.com.
731arts.com.
Yes. So excited. We worked with a D3 creative agency on that. They did a great job.
How exciting, a new website. It's always fun to have a new website and have an upgrade.
731arts.com. So that window's open so you can apply, and you're an individual artist, you can apply. So or whatever. Okay, art is talking to Lizzie, a broadly defined thing. Well, it's not defined, it's just out there. You'll know it when you see it or hear it.
That's right.
Now tell us about this backstage arts. What is this?
Yeah, so it's Arts Backstage.
Arts Backstage, okay.
This is our annual fundraiser event. We do it every year. We're going to do it a little differently this year, and I'm really excited about it. So Arts Backstage happens May 10th here at the NED, downtown Jackson, 5:30 p.m. Usually it's just inside, and we have professional artists and performers and some hors d'oeuvres, but we're going to make it bigger this year, but we want to stay home. So we're going to shut down the street outside of the NED, and it's going to be an indoor, outdoor, fun event, live music outside, performances inside, still having professional artists. We'll have a silent auction. Doe's Eat Place is going to make sandwiches, community cafes making sides. So it'll be a fun event.
Okay.
Oh, how fun. And tickets are how much, Lizzie?
Tickets for adults are $45. And then if you're under 21, you get a student discount, $35.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Well, I know that in prior years that I've gone, and I think I love the arts. So, you know, it's fabulous. I think it is. And just to get out there, to get on, go backstage, just see how the workings of the backstage is, but also too, just to meet the artists that do the fantastic artwork. It's just amazing. And you guys always have a good range of artists that are there, from potters to jewelers to, you know, painters. It's so many different artists there. And it's a great opportunity to go and get some Christmas shopping done, or because you can actually buy from the artists too.
Are
Exactly.
some of them doing demonstrations, Lizzie, or is it all just art show? You meet an opportunity to meet them?
So it's an opportunity to meet lots of different kinds of artists who are local here, not just visual artists like you were talking about, but also performing artists. So we have performers ranging from the Jackson Symphony to Cooper the Band. So there's really diversity in this programming to celebrate all of the arts that are being created here in Jackson. So
it is an opportunity to purchase art as well.
Absolutely.
Or CDs or whatever it is.
All right. Absolutely.
Do we get tickets through 731arts.com? Is that how we get tickets?
Yep. Tickets 731arts.com. It's right on our front page.
Okay. Arts Backstage.
Awesome. It's
Lizzie, you seem to be liking this work.
I think so. I love the arts. I love going out and advocating for the arts. Yeah. It's my favorite thing. So
it's just so disgusting to see someone that's found their place in this life. You know what I mean?
Well, she truly has found her place.
Yeah, found her place.
And I know
Lizzie,
Jackson,
we're delighted to have you in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yes.
It means a lot, you know, and really appreciate everything that's going on there.
731arts.com,
and Lizzie will have something new going on. Because those grant applications, we'll look at those, get that in. Lizzie, always good to see you.
That's right.
Good to see both of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Lizzie.
We're going back, speaking of art, we're going back to the main stage, and we welcome some very talented writers and musicians, Ken Mallard and friends.
And friends.
Everything is changing in our town. They don't make Elgin watches anymore. Someone came and boarded up the door. Daddy worked there 40 years. It was hallowed ground. Everything is changing in our town. It's not just a Ford or Chevy anymore. Every day they come from another shore. While China buys the USA, we buy another round. Everything is changing in our town. And we need someone to help us find the way back to a time when we had time to pray. Homeless people are all around, but they're tearing the buildings down. Everything is changing in our town. Kids don't play on the sidewalk anymore, and it's not safe in their houses like before. That quiet street in Illinois, you wouldn't know it now. Everything is changing in our town, and we need someone to help us find a way back to a time when we had time to pray. Homeless people are all around, but we're tearing the buildings down. Everything is changing in our town. Everything keeps changing in our town.
With EPlus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for EPlus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill balance, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification, reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/textalerts for more information.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on EPlus broadband fiber network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
David Hicks is with us. He is the Executive Director of the American Red Cross, the Jackson, West Tennessee chapter, which covers Madison County and 13 other counties, right, David? In West Tennessee, 14 counties in our area of West Tennessee. It's important work. He's been doing this for the last several years. Good to have you back. One thing I did want to note, and people are keyed in on what's happening in Ukraine, and you'll see efforts from the Red Cross, but that's International Red Cross that's doing this.
It is, Steve. I mean, there will also be some efforts on behalf of the American Red Cross, but this is where that, one Red Cross, one world really comes into play in our partnership and collaborative efforts with the International Red Cross.
And so it's important work in the Red Cross, like many other organizations, Salvation Army, many other organizations. When there are disasters, they are frontline every time it happens. But then there's also this chapter, and the important thing for us in West Tennessee, it's fires and disasters and everything else. Kenton got torn up in Dresden with tornadoes. I mean, we got a lot of things to happen, Waverly and all these things. That's outside our immediate area. But there are things going on in life all the time. The Red Cross's frontline has been all through its existence. So we want to recognize that and channel your money, if you can, to the efforts here locally. But the Heroes Luncheon is coming back after we're post-COVID. Now, how long has it been since we had the Heroes Luncheon?
Man, unbelievably, Steve, 3 years.
3 years, wow.
Day. Unreal.
Because it kind of got right in that early window, right after no more events after April 1st or something. Like, well, wait, we're right here.
I mean, we were right on the verge and had to make a very quick call, and of course made the right call. But
the Heroes Luncheon is coming back. It's going to be at the Carl Grant Event Center at Union. It's going to be Wednesday, April the 27th, right? Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be 5 weeks. Actually, 5 weeks from tomorrow. So it'll be here.
So what do we need to know about the event? What do we need to do to be involved?
Well, Steve, first of all, I want to say it is our opportunity to showcase what the Red Cross is doing. And I think so oftentimes, as you alluded to, the local services are kind of a best kept secret. So this gives us an opportunity to highlight volunteers of the year, to give official awards and recognition. But it also is going to be an opportunity for our ongoing financial partners to be given a very formal thank you. And so what we've been asking some of the businesses that have contributed to us locally, annually, is to be a part of our sponsorship for that event. And of course, we have different levels of sponsorship, but by people coming aboard as a sponsoring partner, that ensures them to have a table at the event. One table of 8 seats is a $2,500 sponsorship level. But as you can imagine, we have several at the $1,000, which is a half table. And so what we're asking people is, as part of these local businesses and companies, if you have a desire to financially partner with us and just come and kind of celebrate what we're doing and how we do it, join us on April the 27th. And all they really need to do, Steve, Cassandra, is just give me a call. And my phone number is going to be area code 901-208-0155. 0152. I kind of hate that it's a Memphis area code because I live right here in Jackson, but that's what I was issued. So it's a 901-208-0152. And if they'll simply call me as representatives of a local business, company, even individuals
I
that
was
would
gonna
like to
ask,
do that.
yeah, I was gonna ask if individuals could buy tables or seats at tables. Can they even do that?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Cassandra. Thank you for clarifying that. And, you know, it is limited seating every year. And of course, Steve's been gracious to be our MC for several of these years. But as he can attest to, we typically run about 300, 280 to 300. And that almost, gets us to capacity there at the Grant Center, there on Union's campus. But if they'll simply call that number, it is going to be an opportunity, like I said, to highlight what we're doing, responding to house fires on an almost every other day basis.
Wow.
Not to mention, like today with this kind of rain, the flooding situations that we respond to. And I also want to highlight our keynote speaker for the day. That'll be Keith Carver. Many of you know him as the chancellor for the University of Tennessee at Martin.
Yeah.
And the main reason we wanted to involve Keith is they were a strong joint partnership, with us when we responded to all those northern counties of West Tennessee, as you alluded to, Steve, with, the Kenton and Dresden and Mayfield and even over into Lake County. Keith was instrumental in helping our efforts be so successful. So he'll be our keynote speaker.
Well, Dave, it's good to have you back.
It is.
Is there a website or Facebook page that people can go to find out more about the Red Cross chapter?
Yes, absolutely. Just www.redcross.org. And then also they can go on the Facebook page of the Tennessee region, American Red Cross. And there'll be a specific entry for the Midwest chapter.
Or 901-901-208-0152. Dave, it's good to see you.
Do it.
It is good
Glad
to see
you're
you,
back
David.
after 3
Y'all
years.
as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
We're going to talk about some special women in our next segment as we continue Six in the City.
They say home is where you hang your hat. Yeah, I say there ain't a darn thing wrong with that. I got up city living in my home. Tennessee's the home.
Join us to celebrate Jackson and Madison County's 200th year anniversary. To view bicentennial events, visit jacksonmadison200.com.
It stands out in the landscape. It's the newest and largest water tank in the JEA system. Located northeast of McKellar-Sipes Airport, it holds 2.5 million gallons of water. Construction costs just shy of $4 million. But it will supply water and the water pressure necessary to sustain fire hydrants in an expanding industrial and commercial area of Jackson. Meeting needs and building for the future, all a part of JEA today.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Talking about phenomenal women who speak, and so we are speaking with a phenomenal woman.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Fuller's already waved her hand on that one, and Cynthia Bond Hobson is with us.
I said we're
We're
all.
all phenomenal women.
We're
Yeah,
all
I know,
phenomenal
I know.
women.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes,
And
we
Cynthia
are.
would agree with that. She knows.
Absolutely.
Dr. Cynthia, so good to see you.
And it is very fun to see you all as well. I'm
So
so
Phenomenal Women
here.
Speak is coming up this Saturday. It's going to be at
The
2
8th
o'clock.
annual.
Oh, is it an
Annual.
Okay. It's at the West Tennessee Delta Heritage Center right there off exit 56 in Brownsville, Tennessee. Is there a ticket charge for this or just gather? What do we do?
It's just free.
Okay.
Just come as you are, come and enjoy and be inspired.
Okay.
Now, Dr. Hobson, what will we find when we come?
You will find 7 women who will share their lives and their lessons and their legacy. what we do with this program is lift up women who live or work in Haywood County, and they tell us how they got to be phenomenal. They tell us how they have survived and thrived and are going to conquer the rest of the world.
Who's going to be on this program with you? Now, you're going to moderate this. It'll be like herding cats, you know, Doctor.
Not with phenomenal women. It's not
right. Okay.
at all.
It'll all be orderly and just well presented. I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this year we have Angela Lee, Iva Jared, Sharon Clark, Heather Pennell, Melinda Posey, Sandra Humphreys, and Lisa Tisdale Hobson.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That
they've
sounds
all
like
got
a great
individual
lineup of
stories.
phenomenal women.
Absolutely. We only take the most amazing and phenomenal. So yes, they'll be great.
This year's theme is My Story, Lessons in Legacy.
Yes.
Right? Okay. All right.
You know, one of the things that happens when we live and we learn, we can teach. And so that's what I'm hoping these women will do, is share the things that have made them stronger. You know, things that you think will kill you at the time, but when you look back on them, you realize that that was something really very important that happened. And so their theme, My Lessons and My Legacy, I think it'll be great. I think that we will be inspired. I'm always inspired from year to year. I stay on a natural high because they tell me all kinds of things. They help me not make the same mistakes.
That's right.
You know, one of
And
the
that's
wonderful
what-
things, we don't have to make all the mistakes ourselves. We can learn from the mistakes.
That's right. That's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to learn from
Exactly.
mistakes, even if it's somebody else's mistake. So
Exactly.
that's
No
always-
experience is wasted if you learn something.
That's exactly right. So is it kind of going to be like a roundtable format, or?
The way it works is that the women are up front and they get to choose what order they go in. And so they'll just speak one after the other.
Okay.
So
Is it kind
if they want-
of informal where, you know, if we're in the audience, we can ask questions as they're speaking, or?
Well, what we usually try to do is let them all speak and then the questions at the end.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds
But
like
it's exciting. Our 8th annual, I'm so excited.
Okay,
it is exciting, and it is free, and
It is
it's
free.
open, and it's open to anybody, right? Not just the women of Haywood County.
Everybody can come. Yes.
All right. Dr. Cynthia Bond Hobson is with us. This event is coming up this Saturday. It's going to be at 2:00 at the West Tennessee Delta Heritage Center. How much your story do you want to share, Doctor?
How much time you got?
Well, you know, we've got a full minute.
Woo! I could
He's
tell.
like-
I could.
He's like, that's not enough.
Then I'd have to kill you. So
I started to say that, you know, when you were talking about, you know, that we can learn from others, say that where were you about 50 years ago when I needed help?
exactly.
One of the things, you're not old enough to have been there, so you know.
Trust me, I was there. We asked the women to think about what would be the lesson you tell your 20-year-old self, and so I'm anxious to hear what they're going to tell themselves, what they could have.
Yeah.
And y'all get all 7 of them done in one afternoon. That's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Usually we have 9 or 10, but
okay.
To make sure we can be socially distant and safe this year.
Yeah.
Doctor, it's always good to see you. Appreciate
It is.
you so
It's
much.
so good to
Appreciate
see
the work
you.
y'all doing.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Cynthia Bond Hobson, and that's this coming Saturday at the
2
West
o'clock.
Tennessee Delta Heritage Center. Get to exit 56 and just follow the signs, and they'll be there. 2:00.
Exactly. See you there. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
We're going to be right back. Well, no, let's see. We got Ken Mallard standing by.
Yeah,
We're going to the
we
main
got-
stage.
Yeah,
This
we
is
got Ken Mallard and friends.
Yeah.
And I call it the honky tonk cowboy. I'm just a honky tonk cowboy, just another songwriter in this town, pouring out my soul down on Broadway, waiting for the big man to come around. 23 years ago I left Oklahoma, a young man, a few songs and no fear. I could make it in Music City. Sure has been a long road to just be here. You can find me in this same bar every evening. This old guitar, a tip jar, and a beer. So come and see me anytime you want to. When the sun comes up, I'll be here. Last Sunday morning, after instant grits and coffee, and a meeting with someone new, down another dead-end street in Nashville. But they can't take away what I love to do. You can find me in this same bar every evening. This old guitar, a tip jar, and a beer. So come and see me anytime you want to. When the sun comes up, I'll be here. When the sun comes up, I'll be right here.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So EPlus broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, and any way you can imagine.
Know the source. Heating and air conditioning costs are 55% of the average home utility bill. Next, 21% of the bill, heating hot water. 12% major appliances from the kitchen to the laundry. 8% of your cost is lighting, and 4% your electronics, from computers to television. When you move your lifestyle to lower your utility bill, know the ratios and make the changes that save you the most at JEA today.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Welcome back to Six in the City. We are joined by Elizabeth Stokes of the Jackson Symphony. Elizabeth, so good to see you.
Thank you.
Good to have
She's got a couple of events coming up. One of them is this week. We're doing the show on Tuesday. This event is coming up Thursday, and it's a brand new event in the city.
It is a brand new event. We have started an event called Ballads and Boots. It is a fundraising event for the Jackson Symphony. And so one thing that I think is important for the community to know is how much the Jackson Symphony impacts our community and West Tennessee. You know, we're employing about 70 musicians. We play in the Kirkland Cancer Center multiple times a week, in the hospital multiple times a week. We host a youth orchestra, a children's choir. The list goes on and on. So it is so critical to fundraise for the Jackson Symphony. We have 4 huge songwriters coming from Nashville to Jackson. We are seriously so lucky that they are coming this way. We have Dan and Reed Isbell of the Brothers Hunt. They recently wrote Luke Combs' #1 song, Better Together.
Okay.
We've got Wynn Varble and Casey Bethard. Their resumes, you know, is a mile long of songs that you can pick up and sing the minute you read the title. Casey is one of Eric Church's biggest songwriters, written Kenny Chesney, No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problem. I mean, just hit after hit. And so they're coming to Jackson Thursday night for a songwriters night to fundraise. And we've got just a few tickets left to sell.
And tickets are how much?
Yeah.
So we've got a few general admission tickets. They're $125. That includes your dinner and your entertainment for the night.
Okay.
And then we have we can slide in a table. We can maybe sell one or two more. Those seat 8 people and they're $1,000, and that's your dinner and your entertainment included as well. So if you want one of those, you've got to call the Symphony office to snag it now. It's 427-6440 to call our office and purchase those.
Okay.
All right. So
that's this Thursday night, the 24th, if you're watching us later in the week. So this Thursday, the 24th.
That's right.
Sounds like fun. So it starts around 6:15, you say? You open the doors around
So the doors will open at 6:15 for people to come in. We've got the Barbies doing our bar for the night. Grab a drink. We're going to have a great meal. You know, the kind of food you want to eat, the brisket and pulled pork and corn and beans and the good country meals. So we'll open up dinner, and then the entertainment will start about 7:30.
And where's this going to be at?
It's going to be at Madison Downs venue. So a great opportunity to be in kind of a barn setting. And so we're excited about that.
So we're going to come.
If you get to the freeway, you've gone just a little too far. So back up.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part.
I said, if you're going north and you get to three-way, you've gone just a little bit too far.
You got to back up a little right before you get to three-way.
But it's a beautiful venue out there. Okay.
It sure is.
It really is.
Well, before you get away, I want to find out too, we got a special symphony concert to wrap up this season.
We do. So if we weren't busy enough, we are.
Yeah, got a concert.
We've got other things.
The concert is Saturday, April the 2nd. So we got a little bit of time for that one. It's going to be Beatles the solo years, right? So that'll be a fun show.
This is going to be such a fun show. It's called Imagine. It's the Beatles solo years. So some great Beatles songs alongside the Jackson Symphony Orchestra. We have a couple of bronze level tables that could seat 6 or 8 people on the floor for that evening. Again, call into our office to reserve one of those. If you see online that it says sold out, those are not sold out. They just can't be purchased online. You have to call in to buy a table.
Buy those, okay.
You can.
What about balcony tickets?
Yeah, so $40 for an individual balcony ticket. And we always say to people, you know, the balcony is a great place to view the show.
Wonderful, yeah.
If you've never been to the Jackson Symphony, this concert is a great one to kind of test the waters. And we think that you'll just be asking how you can come back again. So that's April the 2nd. And those tables are going fast. So again, call our office at 427-6440.
All right. We got Ballads and Boots this Thursday night, the 24th, and then the Symphony. Imagine Beatles, the solo years, with some outstanding performers, and the Jackson Symphony on April the 2nd. Elizabeth, maybe then you get a little bit of a break.
I have to take a nap. I don't know.
Take a little break.
Appreciate all the work you're doing with the Symphony.
That's right.
Appreciate the Symphony as well. Thanks.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
absolutely. We're going to be right back with more as we continue this Six in the City.
Hey, have you heard about 4-Minute City? Do you know what it is?
Our city has over 100 sudden cardiac arrests every year.
That's why the 4-Minute City program was created.
By placing easy-to-use defibrillators in homes and businesses throughout Jackson, we can save lives.
This is not some hypothetical. This is real.
But it's up to us. Want to do something good?
Come on, Jackson. Get involved.
You just might save my life.
And I might save yours.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
I give.
I give.
Yo dono sangre.
And I give too. If you're eligible, so should you. Donating blood is safe, easy, and in less than an hour, you can save up to 3 lives. If you've donated with us before, thank you. We can't wait to see you again. If you've never done it, now's your time. Give blood with Lifeline Blood Services today.
I want to thank all of our guests. Every week we do the show, we've been doing it for years now. It's just a reminder of all the great things that are going on in Jackson and West Tennessee. All the wonderful people that are out there that are enthusiastic about things in which they are involved and make a difference in this life.
That's right.
It's always fun to talk to you.
I know,
We're going to
it's
have we've got several things coming up. Big congratulations to Southside High School putting their boys and girls teams in the state championship games this year. They came out with runner-up trophies, but still, that's really exciting.
That's right.
And we had 4 championship games this last Saturday. What they call it, Thomas, the Blue Cross Championship. Yeah, Blue Cross Basketball Championships. I want to make sure I got that correct name in there. But 3 of the 4 teams the 3 of the 4 games had West Tennessee teams in there, MALLARD,
That's right.
and Peabody and Southside. So it's just an exciting 3 weeks of basketball.
Congratulations to them.
So it's great to have that. We got the Sports Hall of Fame coming up. We got pageants coming to town. We've got the Miss Volunteer America, and we got Miss Tennessee coming, Miss Tennessee Volunteer coming up. And so we got a lot of things that are ahead here. And you got some events coming up.
Yeah, just
Go Red for Women. What is?
Yeah, no, we talked about the events that we've already discussed, but this Thursday, the 24th, is also Go Red for Women. And then also on Friday at 11:30 to 1 is the Leadership Jackson Alumni Association's quarterly luncheon. It's the Love Your Block is the theme. So that should be a great thing. Go to Leadership Jackson's website or the Chamber's website to register. And then also Capital Talk.
That's right.
Will be on Friday.
Coming up Friday at 8:30, and then we'll record that and that'll be played back. Fuller, it's always good to see you.
It is great to see you. Great to be here.
Janet, Thomas, and Tom, and everybody that makes this happen. We appreciate you being with us. We're going to turn it over to Ken Mallard and friends to get us out. And good Lord willing, we'll see you next week for
That's
more.
Right. Next week.
Six in the City.
There's just once that you have a chance to be a part of what our kids will call history. I was there, and someday looking back I can see that old train as she rode through the fields of Tennessee. From mountains that seemed to touch the sky, through the valley to the cotton fields by the riverside, she rolled along strong and tall and carried you and me all the way down from Bristol to Memphis, Tennessee. And today we rode the homecoming train. I saw Mama and Daddy cry again, with their hearts filled with memories and dreams. Today we all rode the homecoming train. With excitement in my little girl's eye, from the thrill